I'm about to review and critique 5 websites from various health experts to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you want to know how to improve your messaging in your websites, this is going to be for you. Hey, Uriel Kim here, CEO and founder of Healthpreneur. And for the past 20 years, I've been helping health experts and coaches build 7- and 8-figure businesses. I initially started off in the online health space myself, built and sold a multiple 7-figure business that helped 500,000 people to better health, number 2 New York Times bestseller in the process. And now we run Healthpreneur, which is the largest company in the world, helping health experts and coaches just like you build successful online businesses. Now, you might have a website. If you don't worry about it. I don't actually recommend spending a lot of money building out a website because quite honestly, most people never even see it. So I'm not even going to get into the technical stuff here of looking at the traffic to these websites, which is probably slim to none. I'm also not going to look at the mobile version of these pages just for the sake of keeping things relatively straightforward in this video. So let's assume that mobile is going to be very important for people's user experience. But the other thing too, I just want to be honest about is I don't know any of these people. Okay, so we randomly found their websites. I have no clue who they are, and there's no disrespects meant by any of this review. I just want to give honest feedback to help you learn from what's working well for them and maybe some opportunities for improvement. So with that said, shall we dive in? Let's rock and roll. All right, so this first website is what we're looking at here. And the first thing I want to look at is, okay, I'm on desktop, right? We're not looking at the mobile, but keep mobile in mind because it's obviously very important because most people are on mobile. But we're looking at, okay, I first land on this page, helping ambitious women thrive through menopause and beyond. All right, cool. So good job. We're clearly articulating who this is for, who you help. That's a great starting point. So when people land on your homepage, the most important first thing is they have to know, am I in the right place? Because if they're thinking to themselves, what's going on here? They're out of here. So good job here on making it more or less pretty clear. Now, what I like about this is it's a very clean aesthetic. So we have at the top here, we have the navigation. We have home, we have about, work with me, blog, and contacts. Okay, so those are decent. I think maybe one opportunity here would be including like really thinking through what are people looking for when they're considering working with you. For sure, they're going to look at your about page. They're probably also going to look at, like, they're going to want to see client testimonials. So if you can include client reviews, things like that, to make them feel like, well, this person's legit, they've helped a lot of other people, that's awesome. So I'll come back to the homepage in a second. Let's go to the about page. This page here, I don't know what this blurred image is all about. I don't think it takes up half the screen, and I don't think it adds any value to the user experience. So I would, if we're on like eventually loaded, so this image here, who knows, maybe it's 50 megabytes, it can be huge. The thing here is, okay, if I'm here on the about page to learn about Sandra, I need to see a picture of Sandra, not some random person's back looking into the distance. So that's like easy swap it. If I'm on the about page, like I think this stuff here is all great messaging for the homepage. Or even work with me. Like we haven't got into that yet, which we'll get to next. But what I'd like to see, honestly, this should be the start of this page, right? So it's like, here's who I am, here's my journey, and all this stuff is awesome, right? So definitely talk about your journey, mention how like you've been through the process. People are going to read this and like, hey, like she's been in my shoes. I can relate. That's awesome. Some of my credentials, cool, that's fine. Cool, awesome. So the rest of this page is fine. I'm not going to go too deep on this, but this above the fold, it's got to be blown up. Above the fold is 80% of the equation. If you don't grab people's attention and clearly articulate the benefit of why they're on this page, they're out of here. Also, what I'm sharing here is applicable to landing pages, from ads, anything else. When I say above the fold, I mean I don't have to scroll down. This is above the fold before I scroll. So what I would love to see here, as I mentioned, is this, above the fold, okay? Let's go to the work with me page. Okay, so again, just random stock photo doesn't do, like, it's not good. Like show me a picture of Sandra. I'm gonna be working with Sandra, show me a picture of Sandra. Okay, so this is good. This is for you are you this type of person, cool. Okay, all this stuff is fine, perfect. I think that's totally cool. So this, again, like I'm not gonna go into the nitty gritty details of all this, but this right here, I'm gonna take the price off this. Okay. So number one is as soon as you start listing out what's involved, you start getting into commoditizing yourself against anyone else, because what's the prospect going to do? They're like, okay, I get one 90-minute intake. Well, this other person does two 90-minute intakes, so they must be more valuable. One 30-minute follow-up session. Well, this other person gives me a 45-minute follow-up session. As soon as you start listing out your deliverables, you are toast. We're not selling commodities here, right? We're selling services and coaching, which to a large extent is intangible. Think about this. You don't have to have any special sauce. I mean, it helps if you do, but even if you're like, I'm going to have you walk, drink water, and eat better. And most people are like, I know how to do that stuff already. I'm not doing it. Why should I pay you $5.99 to help me do that? You're not going to convert people by laying out the deliverables of your coaching program on your website, and certainly not by throwing the investment in this as well. If you're going to include the investment, the only thing I'm going to recommend on this is you position the highest possible option. So let's say that you wanted to price out your one-on-one, right? So you don't want to take on one-on-one clients. You want to price them out of the market. So you can literally say like, hey, I have two options. If you want to work with me one-on-one, it's this. We're going to meet together once a month. Here's, roughly what's included. And the investment is $50,000. And you're like, are you fucking serious? But the goal is that we're not selling that. We're using it to anchor a better option. So it's like one-on-one, like VIP exclusive concierge level. If you want to like, whatever, it doesn't have to be 50,000. It could be 20,000, whatever you want. But the goal is that we're not selling that. But if people take you up on it, cool, right? The goal is that we use it as a price anchor. So say, cool, like black level concierge, one-on-one VIP, whatever you want to call it, $20,000. Option 2 is what most people do. Click here to book a call to discuss, and it's less expensive. And you're not going to get into the details of the pricing on the page, but you anchor the price of what it costs to work with you one-on-one. As an example, I've had people ask me, hey, do you do one-on-one? I'm like, no. They're like, hey, I can't book a call to you. I'm like, well, it's $160,000 to work with me for 6 months. And that's one call a month. They're like, well, can I just get a one-off call? I'm like, cool, for 30 minutes, it's $10,000. Let me know if you want me to send you the payment link. It's like, oh, cool, I'll keep that in mind for future. I'm like, good, keep that in mind because we're never going to do that. I don't want people working with me one-on-one. So I'm going to price the hell out of that. So if someone wants to pay me, I'm like, cool. But they'll get way more value and more support and better results in our HBA coaching program, which is a fraction of that. So that's, if you're going to mention price on your website, that's the only way I would do it. All right, blog. Cool. All right, so you're adding some content. Awesome. So again, my thoughts on this are if you're going to create epic content, that's totally cool. Again, I don't know the amount of traffic on this. Who knows? I mean, look, 12 views. So my previous company, our blog was urielcame.com. And at that peak of what we're doing on that, 1.4 million visitors per month. And so I understand this game of creating content and blog posts and so forth. We had a whole editorial team creating 5,000 word blog posts. It was ridiculous. If you're going to play the blogging game, I mean, it's a big endeavor. Now, I understand if you're using this to, once people land on your website and they're bouncing around, this is important, for sure. You're not going to use this from an SEO perspective to get a lot of traffic because 12 views, it's not going to happen, right? But I think when people land here, maybe it's from social media or elsewhere, at least they can kind of sniff around and see what you're all about. And I think that's totally fine. All right, so the final thing I want to come back to you is, okay, so we've talked about a few things here. The work with me page. All right, let's work together. Okay, so this is where things just completely fall off a cliff. Number one, she's giving us her personal email, or at least her inbox right there. So me, I can be a total floozy, flake, not committed type of person. I can email her and get right into her inbox. No bueno, okay? Do not allow people to do that. No one should know you have an email. 2, this is totally fine if she's, talking about who she's serving. But here it's what do you want me to send you? Hey, I heard about you from whatever. I'm interested in working with you. Cool. Okay, so then what? So then she has to respond to me and then we go back and forth a million times? No, what we want to have instead is a very seamless process. So 2 options. 1, we have an intake application form right here, right on this page, okay? Or I'll just show you our website as an example. So this is our main page. Watch the training. I don't want to talk with you. Go through this first. Opt in, watch the masterclass. If you fit the bill and you buy into our philosophy, then you can book a call after filling in an application. So again, like two options. Either you have people fill out an application right on your website, or you have them go through some type of training, a masterclass, so they're drinking the Kool-Aid first. You'll get way better quality prospects as a result of that. Again, if you're optimizing for saving your calendar and saving your time, you have to have some obstacles ahead of it. And also it makes a lot more sense when you have people that have watched a bunch of your stuff, or at least some type of masterclass, to be like, this is the person I want to work with. So when they do speak with you, they have a lot more context. Because right now, if I were to email her and say, hey, can I book a call? I'm interested in working with you, I don't really know what makes her different from everyone else. Okay. I mean, I'd have to sniff around the website forever to find that. So overall, if I'm going to score this website, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. And most of the good stuff is, I think some of the messaging is solid. I think the layout, the look is very clean. It's nice. But there's some opportunities to improve conversions that are missing from this. So let's have a look at the next one. Again, I have no idea who these people are. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So this is the homepage for Carolyn Moore Coaching. So let's look at the top. Work with me for years, blog contacts. All right. I'm always interested in this contact, because I'm like, no one who is super successful has an opportunity to you're not going to find a contact Yuri button anywhere. I don't want anyone to contact me. I have an executive assistant who runs my inbox. If anyone wants to talk to me, they're going through her first. So, and usually the more successful you are in business, the more inaccessible you are. So if I click on this, and right here, at least here, I'm not seeing her personal email. That's okay. So, okay, cool. So I've got a contact form. All right, Caroline, I'm interested in working with you. Send me a message to schedule a free hour-long consultation. Okay, but again, like this, let me know in the message box what your greatest challenge is. Is it the way you eat, finding time for exercise, hoping you sleep? Why not put that into a type form or a basic application that's then tied into a calendar? It's so much more efficient than having to deal back and forth with emails for hey, how much do you charge? It's not positioned properly. So let's go back to the homepage. Okay, 6 months to a formatting. What's going on here? Again, if I'm working with a developer, if I'm working with a designer and I see stuff like this, I'm like, dude, you're fired. This is ridiculous. If she's building the site herself on Wix or WordPress, whatever. But right away, we have a formatting issue right on the homepage. That's a bit of a, red flag. 6 months to a healthier and happier you. Okay, I like 6 months, but who do you help, right? So then we get into, I help busy, high-achieving women and teens. Now, what? High-achieving women and teens get out of overwhelm and learn to work with their bodies, not against them. The only thing I understood from that is this. I help high-achieving women and teens. Now, number one, we have two target markets that couldn't be more dissimilar. And if I were working with Caroline, I'd be like, hey, don't work with teens ever, because they don't have the wherewithal to pay. And then you're going to have to convince their parents. It's not even worth it. Focus on busy, high-achieving women. Okay, so what is a high-achieving woman? A lot of people use that, high-achieving, because they think high-achieving means they have more disposable income, which means that they're going to spend that money with you. They're not, if your messaging is very vague like this. What do you mean by learn to work with their bodies? I don't understand what that means. I mean, vaguely I understand what it means, but I don't know how that applies to my problem. Okay? Shift from self-sabotage to self-leadership. Again, what does that mean? So I'm going to just go out and on a limb here. And this is what I see in this space. I see very, very vague messaging with unclear problems. And when I see this, I have a general sense of how someone's business is doing. If they're generating anywhere from 5 to 10K per month, most likely it's coming 100% from referrals, unless they have a massive social media following and somehow they build no like and trust in the DMs. But when I see stuff like this, I'm like, I have a sense of where this person's business is. Again, no judgment, no faults. It's just, it is what it is, right? Okay, it's not that you don't have the right time, it's you don't have the right tools. Okay, that's cool, awesome. Get healthier without the hustle. Cool. Got some testimonials here. I would love to see this ideally more, but that's okay. The other thing too is I find the text on this page very small. So if we can make it a little bit bigger, that's always a good thing. So here's the other thing too is we have many options here, right? We have a 6-month one-on-one integrated nutrition coaching. Don't know what that means. 6-week nutrition reset private Facebook group. $197 to join the private Facebook group. I don't know. I don't even know what that entails. 90-minute strategy session. Ask me anything. Okay. So at least you're charging for a strategy session, but I'm a little bit confused here. So I'm going to come back. So again, nutrition, movement, sleep, stress. So she's kind of laying out a little bit of her methodology, what she focuses on. I just find there's a lot of stuff happening on this page that may not all go together. So when we're building out a page, whether it's a landing page or a website, we also want to think of like, what is the purpose of this page? And every page should ideally have one central focus. And we're going to typically start off by talking to the visitor. What's the pain or frustration they're dealing with? We can agitate that by, the example we looked at in the previous website, which I thought was very good, is right here, right? So are you struggling with the challenges as a this messaging here is good to agitate some of the challenges or the pain that someone's experiencing. Here, I'm not really getting that. I mean, a little bit here, okay? But again, it's just kind of buried under the fold. And I felt like there's a lot of wasted space above the fold here. So again, we have book a free consult, get started on the top right. What is what? Okay, so if I click on get started, I go to the contact page. Okay, so let's go back. I don't want that. Book a free consult. And now we go to a different page. Okay, so 45-minute consultation, no pressure, call is your chance to get clarity. What's the difference between these two? Like 1 hour and 30 minutes to basically do the same thing as a free strategy call? I don't know. So let's book this. So we got that. Okay, so we have there's no intel. There's no intel in the application here. So I could just book a time on our calendar. I've given her no information. We show up on the call and I'm like, hi, here's everything you need to know, which is fine, which is the purpose of the call. But I get the prospect to give you some information. It's not so that you're going to review this for 30 minutes before your call. It's so that the prospect is more bought in to actually doing something about it. By typing more stuff into this application, they're more committed to the process. If someone gives you one-word answers, they're not going to show. They're flaky. Ciao. So let's go back. Okay. So again, we have two different ways to contact. I'm not sure what's happening here. Free resources. Again, we have a contact thingamajig here. Okay, what to eat without losing your mind, the simple formula no one taught you. Okay, watch the full session to learn how. Okay, so what am I getting here? In this free webinar, okay, cool. So can we just mention that? At the top here, free webinar, and then just bold, what to eat without losing your mind, the simple formula no one taught you. Okay, cool, interesting. And then we put our information in there. Blog. Okay, so this is an example of when having a blog can really work against you. Last updated on 8/6/20. That's 5 years ago. Actually, you know what? And now that I say this, I don't even know if we have, I don't even know if we have our blog stuff up here anymore. Anyways, we used to have a blog page. Look at this, Age Free Life 2024. Dude, the funny thing about this, I'm telling you what not to focus on websites. And I'm also telling you your website doesn't make a difference. This is our live event in 2024. All we have to do is remove this header, this navigation. We haven't even done that. We haven't even paid attention to the site. That's how not that important it is, but still, can be. But we had a blog, which I don't even know where it is, but we basically took it down because we weren't updating the blog. And that's the thing here is if you're not updating your content, and people see the last time you contributed was 4, 5, 6 years ago, that's not great. But also this type of content is just so vanilla. It's so bland. It's so just get ChatGPT to write it, right? There's no personality here. I don't think this really serves anyone, especially not Caroline. So anyway, so this website, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. I think the layout is confusing. There's a lot of wasted space. I think the messaging is all over the place. It's not clear what she does. From a direct response conversion perspective, it's basically non-existent. So again, I'm not trying to be critical, although I'm just being constructive in terms of my feedback. If I were working with Caroline, those are some of the suggestions I'd make to help her improve this. Hey, we'll get back to the video in just a moment, but if you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button below. It will help me sleep a lot better at night. But more importantly for you, it'll help you build your dream a lot faster. So go ahead, subscribe, and we'll get back to the show. Okay, Steady State Health. Welcome to Steady State Health, guiding women through midlife, mind, body, and beyond. What do you, don't understand that. We believe you. We believe you. What do you mean? Like other people don't? Your story matters and your symptoms are real. As studies say, we provide personalized care for women's hormones, ADHD, metabolism, blah, 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 everything. So you can take back control of your health, live the right life. Okay, blah, blah. It just sounds like cookie cutter. Okay, so do these women on the screen work at this company? I don't know. I don't even know who I'm talking to here. Is this like an institution? Is this an individual? I have no clue. So let's click on get started because apparently that's what they want me to do on this page. Your first step to feel like you again. Choose the package. Okay, yes, we take insurance. For what? What am I actually booking here? Like what am I trying to solve and why? I don't even know who you are. Like, who is this steady state health company? Book here. All right. So I'm going to have to go through some insurance here, right? State health insurance. So like, screw that. Number one, why take insurance? It's a waste of time. Okay. So let's go back to home. Okay. So now I'm not getting any clarity from this homepage. Oh my God. Thank you. So now, okay, Josie, is she in this picture? I don't think so. This couldn't be more of a woke, we help everyone type of picture, which is fine. That's your thing. But why not like steady state health? I feel like I'm talking to a company here and all of a sudden we're talking to one person. This is her company. Cool. Just call it, hey, I'm Josie. I run steady state health. Don't put these like stock images that have no personality that you can find on the side of a park bench in your stuff. All right. This is good. Okay, cool. Awesome. Good. This is all good. Awesome. Great. I'm like, I understand what you're going through. This is an example of empathetic messaging. Good stuff here. Still fun to be heard. Okay. What, like, it's so interesting. I mean, listen, like everyone has a focus, right? Like there's a big focus here on like, you don't feel heard, you don't feel understood and like, whatever. Okay. I think this picture here is phenomenal. This is a great picture of her that should be front and center up here. Automatically, it instills authority. And notice the difference. This one here, this is crazy. This is how our brains work. I look at this picture of Josie here and I'm like, farmer's market, we're going to do some yoga afterwards. I start having all these preconceived judgments. I don't get the impression that this is someone who's got my health in her hands. I look at this picture and I'm like, this is the picture I'm leading with. If you are a doctor, if you have a lab coat, if you have a stethoscope, these are signs of status and authority. Use it because humans make judgments instantaneously. And if you're not leading with your best foot, you're toast. So this I would lead with at the top. And I would lead with this messaging, obviously. Boost your focus, balance hormones, lose weight. Download guide. Free Menamind. I don't know what this means. Okay, so it's their own proprietary process. Cool, but okay, whatever. Listen, like people do business with people. I know like a lot of times we're like an individual and we try to make our company look really like big, but it's just us. It's like, just it's you. Who cares? Just make it you. A la carte packages coaching. What's the difference? There's too many things going on here. A la carte services. Oh my God. Okay, so we can do that. And what else can we do? Okay, packages. Okay, we have one package, we have two packages, we have three packages, we have four packages, we have 5 packages. But wait, there's more. Because now we can also see coaching. So coaching packages. We have 1 package here, 2 package here, 3 package here. Guys, I've said this before. If your services has a plural, your business is struggling. Again, I'm going to come back to our website. Again, just poking holes in my own stuff. I'm not saying our website is the gold standard, but when we go to work with us, there are 2 options. Okay? I need a more predictable way to get clients online and build my revenue. It's not about me, it's about your frustration. I'm already doing more than 20K a month and want to scale my coaching business without everything relying on me. Which one are you? Okay, I'm the first one. Cool. So then we're going to talk with this program, the Health Business Accelerator. That's it. If you're further along, HBA Mastery. That's it. Those are the only 2 things. Now, again, we have an entry-level program called OAA, which is not on our website, but that was, after the fact. But there's no 7 options. Oh, like book a one-on-one with Yuri. No, like focus on one thing, scale the hell out of it. Okay, about initial visit. Okay, I want to know more about Josie. Like, guys, no one is hiring steady state health. They're hiring Josie. They're hiring you. You have to let people know who you are. Like, just keep it front and center, but make it secondary to them. So if I'm on the homepage, this is the biggest waste of space. Okay, it's Again, like, why am I here? Why am I here? Okay, so again, I'll just come back to our website. All right, so we help coaches and health professionals scale their coaching business faster without the grind. Okay, so there's a clear value proposition. Discover our famous perfect client pipeline. So again, it's more about our stuff, but in the context of how it can help you. Now, what you'll notice on this homepage is it's not so much about your frustrations, all that kind of stuff. It's more about our mission, our vision, credibility play, and then we get into a bit of, look at this. I mean, this is even cut off here. Like our website, we haven't even updated our website because this is not where most of our traffic goes. So even if I'm looking at our website, there are so many opportunities to improve it, and I still don't even bother. And we run a multiple 8-figure business because people are going to bounce around and are like, oh, cool, awesome. Let's see like careers. All right, like our vision for 2027, some of our team members, all of these things are good, even for prospects to look at, right? They're like, oh my God, this is a legit company. These are what all their team members are saying about working there. Oh shit, this is pretty good. Okay, let's go back here. So again, I don't know what this is about. I would almost rather the page starts like this at the very minimum. And then we go into, does this sound familiar? And then we're like, yes, this is me. I'm in the right place. So book and appointment, we've already talked about that. Schedule, what? Okay, again, like it's just redundant more. Like it's just not clean. So if I look at what I would want to have in a navigation bar, I'll come back to our website. About careers in our case, because we have a big company. This event, live event, we're going to obviously needs to be taken off. If you have a free group, include it, right? Client success. So here we're going to have all sorts of testimonials. Like this is pretty overwhelming. I don't care. I want people to be drowning in testimonial. Like, holy shit, like it just keeps going. Okay, I get the point. Like these guys know what they're doing. It just goes on and on and on and on. The core 10, for us, this is more about our philosophy. Like here's what we believe to be true. It's not a blog post. It's kind of our tenets of how we do things. And then finally, it's like, cool. But you can look at, it moves in a sequential fashion of like about us. You could probably remove careers in HP Live for you. Maybe it's a free group, client success, your philosophy, maybe, if you will, and maybe even a free training up here, right? I could replace HP Live 2024 with free training. And then it just goes right to the masterclass for them to watch. And then finally is work with us. Again, our website's not perfect by any means. There's a lot of stuff I changed here, but just to give you a sense of like, we want to keep it, you want to really think through, like, what am I including in the navigation up here? There's just so much stuff going on. So, all right, let's give this a scale 1 to 10 rating. I'm going to give this a 2.5. I'm a very hard marker, even for my own stuff. I think the messaging is way off here. I think navigation, I don't even know what's what. I think visually it's a pretty site. Cool. But I have no clue who this is for. Like until I start digging in, I'm kind of lost. There's way too many options, way too many services offered here. Overwhelming. And I can only imagine for Josie what she must be feeling must be feeling trying to navigate all this stuff. So again, 2.5 out of 10 for this one. Let's move on. Okay. Holistic nutrition nut. Shift your metabolism, shift your life. Okay, cool. Reset, rebalance to shift your metabolism. Let's learn more. It's taking too long. I'm already gone. Improve your cholesterol and blood sugar in 90 days. Okay, so what does that have to do? Okay, now there's like, if she didn't mention metabolic shift, I'd be like, what does this have to do with metabolism? I understand it. Most people don't. If you led with cholesterol and blood sugar on the first page, this would make sense. Metabolic shift strategy, a personalized functional nutrition plan that works for adults 35 struggling with stubborn lab markers, inflammation, or metabolic slowdown, despite eating clean and staying alive. Despite eating clean and staying active, not staying alive. Apply now. Your problem. You're doing everything right. Okay, so I like the layout of this, okay? So quick value proposition. Here's the problem you're dealing with. So that's a good way of doing it. The program, I would almost put this as the solution, right? Or your problem, what you're missing, the solution. And then why work with me? Why bother with this? What's included? And again, here we go. You're going to fuck yourself with this stuff. You start listing out deliverables, you're toast. You're nothing more than a commodity at this point. Who this is for. Okay, this is good, right? Who it's for, who it's not for. Good. Client testimonials, Google reviews. Awesome. Premium program for people serious about change. I like this. I like the fact that it's a premium program. I certainly hope it is, not like $500. Business and covered by insurance, whatever. Okay, apply now. Let's see where we're going. Why are we going to a contact form? And why do I have your personal email address right on the page? and your phone number. I could call her right now. I could be like, Anna, I'm doing a critique of your website as we talk. Is that what she wants to hear? No, she wants to be like, hey, Anna, I'm interested in working with you. Don't give people your phone number. Don't give people your email address, and don't let them access your calendar without jumping through hoops first. These contact forms, man, they're killing conversions. I don't want to fill this in. I don't even know what to send her. What am I going to send her? Like, hey, Anna, how much does it cost? Or like, now the positioning of this whole thing is way off. Like, application, questions, submit, book time. That's it. All right, work with me. I think we already covered this a little bit. Okay, so I'm a little, like, honestly, if I'm looking at this, why is this not the home page? So home, I think this work with me page is way better, if I'm being honest. This is more value leading. This is like, I would rather leave, the page itself is cleaner. Like, let's just make the work with me page the home page. Don't change anything. Just keep it like this exact thing. The only thing I would add here is like, who am I? Like, who's Anna, right? Right here. But again, I want to know, like, about us. Why is it about us? Why not about me? Just about, like, who else is us? Okay, this type of about, like, this is super static. I graduated summer. There's no story. There's no emotion. There's no connection to this. They're toasts. No, it's got to be like, when I was 16 years old, I lost all my hair to an autoimmune condition. I crawled under every rock and tried to figure things out and blah, 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 blah. I'll show you the about page for my other websites, which, by the way, I don't run anymore. I sold the company, kind of sold myself. So this is the, again, this website now has been taken over by ads, which, whatever. I'm not going to go there, as you can see. So from soccer to bed to no hair on my head, my unusual journey. Okay. So my journey, it's going to talk about how I was exhausted, how I lost my hair, blah, 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 played soccer, da, da, da. And my discovery was like, this is why I do what I do. So it looks very long. Yeah, it does. It looks long. I talk about coming out, my shame, like painted eyebrows. But my goal here, and the goal of the About Us page, is you want people to connect with you. They're like, man, Anna, man, I didn't know that she went through that shit. And like, now I can relate to her, as opposed to, I'm a BS, MS, a nutritionist, da, 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 da. It's very like matter of fact. That's fine. It has its place, but just add a little bit more, a little more juice. And here's my concern is, if I look at this, I'm like, I have a feeling a lot of her messaging is going to be like that. So let's have a look. If I go to her Instagram, which I have not gone to yet. Oh, look, she follows me. Cool. Anna, if you're watching this, all the love. Hope you're getting some value out of this. So this is an example, right? So I talked about static, like no emotion type of messaging. This is founder of Holistic Nut, born in Hawaii. When I'm not working with clients, so find me and my husband on 2. Like, it's just so like, there's just take some time to like draw the story out a little bit more, right? Like here too, like this, I swear to God, this is ChatGPT, like just the bare minimum. You're better off not even posting stuff, to be honest. Like, you're better off not posting stuff at all. So, okay, get in touch and work with me. It's kind of the same thing. And then go and get a quote. Like, it's kind of the same thing. So we have to answer the question, when you're building out a page, any page, landing page, website page, a sub page on your website, look at this page. What is the single focus? What is the objective? What is the outcome I want someone to get from this page? So if I'm looking at an about page, what is the single thing I want someone to get from this page? And I think, personally for me, it's I want this visitor to connect with me, or my mission, why I'm here, why I do this. Our about page on our website, again, like this, I'm going to change this, man. Like, I look at this stuff and I'm like, Healthpreneur is the leading coaching company for blah, 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 blah. It was founded by, it's all significance. It's all significance based. There's no empathy as it starts. Okay. Like, again, this, like, it's just, dude, I'm like, I got to update this stuff as I'm doing this. What we believe, what we value. Okay. Here, this is probably better. How it all started. Hey, I'm Yuri. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm also a husband, father of 4 boys, da, 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 da. Start the page with this dude. Meet our team. All right, cool. I'm going to keep this at the bottom of the page. But like, I'm looking at this page. I'm like, what is the single thing I want someone to get from this? What's the objective? What's the outcome? What are we optimizing for? I want somebody to connect with me and our brand. So I need to share a little bit about my story, what the vision is for the company, period. Okay? Let's wrap this one up. What are we giving this? I don't know. It's got to be in the 3 to 4 range. I mean, I'll listen, I'm going to give it a 4. I think This page this page in and of itself merits a 4. Okay, the rest of the website I think can be cleaned up and some stuff moved around. I'm gonna give this a 4 or 5. I think the messaging is clear here. It's got a nice flow, but I just want a little bit more personality from Anna. And if that's not her jam, that's fine. But that's something that, you like she and maybe you, if that's not your jam, and myself, need to improve on, because people connect, right? Not just with like static words, but with emotion and story. All right, so I think we had one more to look at right here. Okay, so number 1, I'm already having to scroll down to see the rest of this picture. No bueno. Farah Larnati, a functional holistic therapist, registered nutritional therapist. Okay, so right away, I know I'm going to make an assumption that her need is significance, very much like mine, right? When someone leads with how cool they are and all the stuff they have, you're usually talking to someone who values significance and achieving things and impact. That's fine. But we always have to think about who is on this page and why should, like, everyone's asking, so what? Who cares? What's in it for me? Okay, so I look at this, I'm like, so what? I don't care. What's in it for me? Why am I here? Okay, I get that you want to feel important. Totally cool. We all do. But you got to talk about, like, why am I on this page in the first place? Naturopathic nutritional therapy is a well-established. Why are you having to explain this? Like, is it something that's so obscure that no one knows about, that they don't even believe in what you're doing? Don't explain this, right? Delete this off the website. Everyone deserves to feel total balance, in quotes. What is the purpose of this? Delete this off the website. Nutritional therapy, assess, support, action. Upcoming course, fascial release. Okay, what does fascial release have to do with this stuff? Okay, maybe okay, cool. But who are you serving? Who is this helping? Is this for practitioners? Is this for the average person? I don't know. Upcoming courses, families. Okay, text is super small. I have oh my God, I'm so lost here. Okay, let's go to about. Way better picture to start off with. Okay, then the header navigation kind of disappears because it's green on blue. Okay. I don't know. I'm so lost. Work with me. Consultation. What's included? Again, like we're mapping out deliverables. Not good. We're not talking about outcomes and problems here. Courses, not courses. I want to see one coaching program, course, one, not several, until you're doing tens of millions of dollars. All right. This website's kind of hard, to be honest, to like even navigate. I'm going to give this website a 1, and that's being generous. I'm just so confused. I don't know what's happening here. And again, I say this with all the love and respect because I'm sure Farah has an amazing gift to help people. But this website, if anything, is losing her business. People would go to this website and be like, what the F do you do? I don't understand how you can help me. I don't even understand what's happening here. And you're better off not having a website. Like if that's the case, because if this is what people see, man, the confused mind doesn't buy. So I'm going to give this a 1 out of 10. And there we go. So listen, I hope this kind of review/critique video has been useful for you. And it's actually been useful for me because as I'm going through this, I'm critiquing our own website, which again, full disclosure, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 at best. At best, because I've told you there are specific things on our website that need to be improved. I'd love to know from you in the comments below, what was the one big takeaway? We covered a lot of different things in this video. What's the one big takeaway that you can think about for your website that might be most applicable for you? Let me know below if you found this video useful. I'm happy to do more of these if you guys find these useful. To make sure you don't miss anything upcoming, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to grow your health coaching business without all this nonsense, this next video, our $1 million health coaching roadmap, will show you exactly how to do so. Check that out.